I'm standing out in front of the walls of Jerusalem, a city historically known for hostility towards Jesus. In Matthew 23, Jesus says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often would I have gathered your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing." So I'm a Jewish man that believes in Jesus. Let's go see what the people of Jerusalem have to say about it. Okay, so I'm a Jewish man, and I believe in Jesus. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Yes? No, tell me. I'm not going to be offended. I just want to know why and have an intellectual conversation. Okay, I'm a Jewish man.
Okay.
I believe in Jesus.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Tell me how.
It makes absolutely zero sense. Because you're Jewish, you should learn about your own roots first.
Can I hear what the Yeshua was?
What's that?
That story?
What's that?
You said you had a Yeshua 5 years ago.
Salvation story.
Can I hear more about the story?
More about the story? Of
Yeah.
course. So 5 years ago, I had an encounter with Jesus that I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it. I was miserable, depressed, anxious, and suicidal. And I felt empty. So I tried to fill it up with New Age spirituality, meditation, bits and pieces of Buddhism and Hinduism, idol worship. I had my own made-up religion. And I realized that I needed something more. And when I finally crumbled and fell to the floor, I cried out to God, and Jesus showed up. He showed up in people, he showed up in books, he showed up in television programs, and I started to weep. And so what I realized was that this is the truth. And so I put my faith in Yeshua. I was changed overnight. And I decided to research the scriptures, the Old Testament, and the Tanakh, our Hebrew scriptures, and realized that they were pointing to someone. The whole time they were pointing to someone. And then when I read the New Testament, I was like bold enough to finally open it and read through it. I realized there's a beautiful story from beginning to end about the problem that the Jewish people have with their relationship with God, and in the New Testament how God fixed the problem by sending the Mashiach.
Yeah.
So 5 years studying my faith, realizing that this is the truth. And so it was just a simple question of, am I wrong? And if I'm wrong, just your opinion as to why, and that's all. Just to have just a dialogue between Jewish brothers.
Sounds like a very good argument.
And I appreciate you stopping by. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes courage.
No, I like having a good time. So
Yeah.
this is a part of my good time today.
Like, why would I be wrong?
Um,
And first of all, I appreciate you stopping because
is it possible to have reached for two different, things, different conclusions to have been made by different people, I guess?
Absolutely.
You and someone else?
yeah, like most traditional Jews would say that I'm wrong.
Right.
Yeah, and that it's not appropriate, it's not right for a Jewish person to put their faith in Yeshua. Only God alone. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Okay, right? This is the Shema. God is one. He's not a man, like it says in Hosea. But when we, you're familiar with the story of Genesis, right? The Breshit, where God appears to Abraham as a human. He's with two angels. He appears as a human, and speaks to Abraham in
Rashi
first
says
person.
it- yeah, right.
In first person, as
Right,
God.
I don't know.
That's
I
okay.
don't
That's
agree
okay.
to that
That's okay.
necessarily.
And so he has appeared. He has appeared as in human form in the past. So he can do it without being only human.
Right. So you, right. If you, right. I guess I see how if you see that main Malach who speaks to Avram
Right.
in first person, which
Yeah.
Rashi, whatever. Explains that there's a main officer and there's two other angels.
Angels, yeah.
So I guess where I'm coming from.
Bo.
I guess where I'm coming from, under the understanding or idea that those are all three were angels, and that wasn't necessarily I believe in angels
Right.
and God's messengers, and
Right.
without
Yeah.
I guess without seeing that was God, I can't agree
Yeah.
to the point that I wouldn't be able to agree to the point
Yeah.
that God is that there's
Because there are
precedent for God.
times in the Tanakh where he actually speaks in first person as the Lord. Like he speaks in first person. But you should check it out.
How could I believe that you're wrong? We have belief. Truth is truth.
Right.
Right. So I've always been a fan of looking for truth with truth.
Okay.
That means one can look for truth in a way that's self-serving, that works, I like this. What
Right.
I believe is that everyone has a journey in life. And the only way to search for that journey is to search for it with truth. That means look for truth with truth.
Right.
What's in the way always?
Yeah.
We have our biases. And we have we're human beings, we
Right.
have a bias.
Right. Did you know that I grew up and my bias was against Jesus?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but I came to faith in him
Yeah.
through a supernatural experience.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I expect that. I have a lot of experience with people like that.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell you something. We need to go to a direction that takes us to inner tranquility, to a place where we can actually find the truth.
So that's really interesting because Jesus himself actually said that he is the truth. So I believe that actually if someone is seeking truth, and if they seek with their heart and they seek long enough, that they will find it in Jesus.